Aje Chodan Zoje Jonanga Janjo Bada Danu Jansu Je Dan Chozo Jibe Soma Di Ola Penchu Sanje Draba Sho Aje Chodan Zoje Jonanga Janjo Bada Danu Jansu Je Dan Chozo Jibe Soma Di Ola Penchu Sanje Draba Sho Sanje Chodan Zoje Jonanga Janjo Bada Danu Jansu Je Dan Chozo Jibe Soma Di Ola Penchu Sanje Draba Sho. Okay. Again, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Geshe.
So very wonderful to see you after 2 years or 3 years. 2 years, more than 2 years, right? 제가 다 드린 거니 쇼진이 가오성부 그 정말 댐비야 오죠. 네. Okay. Today was very auspicious for all of us. One thing is my fifth birthday. You really know when I'm born, but my birthday celebration. Secondly, also we open after 2 years. You guys hear me? Little law. After 2 years, but more than 2 years, first we thought just we will maybe close 2-3 weeks. Only 2-3 weeks. Then we close more than 2 years. And today, finally we open. So great things. No one died from the COVID. Of course we die, everyone, but it's very grateful to everyone taking care of yourself. And thirdly, also the auspicious. This is for it. What's it? It what? It auspicious signs. It's come from Tibet. The family who took me in China last couple of years, they bought this for it auspicious. It's very auspicious for me, because all of us know. And also one of my students, they wrote the Heart Sutra in Japan. They also arrived here. The Buddha's second teaching is very wonderful. Another thing is also we're going to try to study Guide to the Bodhisattva Way. There were a lot of great, like as Tibetan tradition, we have the auspicious, a very superstition person. Therefore, all auspicious come together. And thirdly, also, everyone knows I have very great surgery, excellent. But I'm survived, as maybe you guys know, a lot of people doesn't know really detail what's happened, but very, serious danger, right? It is. Yeah, Jennifer knows all the things she did, all the hospital, they make times anytime. They don't look at us. Are you day off tomorrow? Are you up tomorrow? They just, okay, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. They don't give Saturday, Sunday. That she take all the things she knows. I'm grateful come back. Nathalie also, all of you students, I feel very grateful. You have very good guru devotion. There are a lot of things happen, but just that. Therefore, that you guys like solid pillar. Otherwise, people say, oh, really? Okay, goodbye. Okay. I like that you guys like pillar. Therefore, was very, very grateful. It gives me more, like how you say, courage. Oh, one is, right, Guru Sugat Fish, he born me from, he have many students that they specific choose me, come here. He has cousins that, nephews that, but choose me, come here. He want to do what he do here. And also he requests for Lama Zopa Rinpoche to take his position for me. And I taught with that in rest, physically, mentally, any kind, Oh, here also, sorry, you guys hear me, right? And this difficult, I got accident. We got COVID, but not that my father passed away. And not that it happened, but you guys use very solid pillar. Solid pillar, not just wind come from here, just blew here. Wind come there, we just blew there. Or like that, everyone's just very solid. Shows very can be a lot of courage for it looks what up. Of course, my teachers, point me as something meaning, not just okay. Well, nice person come. There's something meaning. He will do something benefit. Other also, something benefit. Something benefit. Therefore, I got very, more courage. And also, the students very good taking care of me here. It's bad conditions, get bad situation, be good condition. I got really delicious food all the day, all different foods. Therefore, everyone's very good taking care of me. Therefore, I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for all of you. From my bottom of my heart, everyone's really look at us. Okay, good devotion is like that. Even the marba. Anyway, story, I don't know really clear. It's not maybe nice for a better society to talk about that. But how strong, if you have good devotion, to follow the teacher. I don't remember Marba or Mela. I think Mela Reba, he drunk Marbas. Urine. Therefore, he said, oh, really? No, okay, my teacher, oh, really? Or maybe some disease is that. But those people not like that. Even the Tibetan that usually, and teachers, the old teachers, they use the bucket nighttime. The morning, there's some student to check out. If anyone see they're going to check out, they just check me. They take their home, keep all the family members, they drink. But they really check the blessing. Anyway, the group, this is like example how to strong devotion. And you guys also very serious, very stable, very solid, very voluntary, very grateful. So I would like to also one hand to say thank you. One hand to say I'm really grateful that if something benefit shows. Right? And right now I'm like I think waiting Jennifer. I'm 80%, 85%. Like I think I'm come back 85%. But still maybe some Western. I say, oh, I'm very bad. I'm not doing anything. Still my back is I cannot feel anything. It's just freezing. Right? Freezing. Like, feel,
No.
it's numb. the side and arm, I can feel it's very pain all the time, like pain all the time. Not, maybe if I'm honestly say maybe number 1 to 10, maybe I say always like, or 3 or 4. But I don't take any painkiller. No purpose. You can experience for heart pain. Another after surgery. Yeah, I'm carrying something here. Another surgery. But it's okay. It's very baby small. They said, how many hours? They said, couple hours. They check. Yeah, they say they not just okay. You can today come surgery go back. No, like it's been also a study series, but I don't feel it's. I don't feel any fear or maybe it's a lot of expense. But from here to here, back. Now I'm the not real person. I'm how I say. Robert. I'm the Robert. Robert, right? Robert. Robert. Yeah, it's 12 years. Like my very long ones, not short like that. My feet, ears, a lot of damage everywhere. But and for the Buddha and for everyone pray, very good to recover. You know, I got also a lot of experience. What means sick? He said, he also, oh, I pray for us, I was someone sick that we don't have any feelings. Now I have a lot of experience too. What means sick? And how important if someone's have sickness physically will be taken care. How powerful, you know, nurses, doctors are amazing, you know. Basically, I have to teach this one today, but I like to share some stories, you know. I was hospital, you know, they give me so many missions for everywhere, you know. And they say, okay, you need to, they give me the medicine to, my bowels come fast. And they, you know, they give me medicine, I got, you know, stomach, I said, right here, 4 or 5 times a day. And, you know, the nurses, very young people, they're not all the young people, but their motivation or their action, I don't know their motivation, but I'm sure they have good motivation. Their actions, very wonderful, very gentle. They don't have any complaint. And every 4 or 5 minutes, they have to push the button, then they have to come. You know, when you're the mom, you have experience how you taking care of babies. We have that business, right? White pepper, dry pepper, you know, some powders. They do exactly they do for me. I said, wow, this is amazing. And one day, there are nurses here, one nurse guy here. Are you doing that? Are you doing like that? Yes. Yeah. I know you're a nurse. Are you taking care of the patients like that? Change the clean now. But anyway, you know, they're really taking care how mom taking care of the baby like 2-3 months. Very good. And you know, one day I told her one nurse, I said, okay, maybe you can put me the dropper. No, it's not good. It's we doing something wrong. What's wrong? No, I'm very I'm a little hesitant to call every morning for you guys. No. It's my job. It's responsibility to taking care of you. No, they're very great, you know, motivation. Then I told them, you know, my own experience. I'm the monk. Another one's the teachers. I'm saying, okay, Buddhism, talk about bodhicitta, compassion, having kindness for everyone. But someone special, the adults, business that just, oh, really? Oh, I don't want to see that. Touch just later. Oh, really? I'm serious, right? Babies, we don't get that. Adults like that, but they're not like that. They just do what they. Wow, you guys, really? Oh, this is just job. Thank you for you not complain for us. It's will give you a lot of courage. Also, I'm just jumping. I also told them, one, I have the experience. Usually, one a lot of things we're talking that we don't have experience. We just say things, right? Say things, do things. Now, His Holiness Dalai Lama said that nurses, doctor has good motivation, taking care of the patients. They become recover fastly. So really, truly have the experience. I told them that. I said, really? Yes. Yeah, this is right. Then, she told also her other friends. The next day, all the nurses became my friends. The morning comes and says, hey, I just like to say hello for you. I heard you guys talking for very good things for us. I'm not just said, they don't know me, I don't know them. Usually we have our face is very important, right? Then we say, okay, I know them, I have to do something. Or my family's friends, my something, then we don't have any connection, but their motivation, actions. I'm very grateful. I told them, you guys, very grateful, therefore. But I really learned how compassion. I studied all my life. I didn't learn the book. I really learned the compassion in the hospital, how strong the compassion works for others. And I prayed for them. They also very happy. Then they told the others. And next day I become good friends for all of them. And also doctors, they come every time. I share some stories for the His Holiness person. They also meet Lord Dalai, His Holiness. Therefore, I have very good experience, how strong compassion power was, how strong someone show you love or compassion. Therefore, bad situations, good condition. Right? Because of that. Therefore, my talk is not order, okay? Sometimes I talk here, sometimes I talk there. Everyone very good taking care of me, or for the center students. I went to the, everyone thought the best. Everyone. Therefore, physically, mentally, I'm pretty strong. Like that. Therefore, for all of you, I would like to say thank you from my bottom of the heart. I'm very encouraged for all of you doing. Thank you for you guys also here. You see someone's very far away, some Singapore, some Paris, some Concord, some Quincy, some Medford, some neighbors. Yeah. Therefore, it's wonderful. We use the technology to be far away. We can see, we can talk together. Therefore, it's wonderful. Therefore, hopefully, you will think about that. This book is talk about bodhicitta. In order to bodhicitta, we need to compassion and loving kindness. And therefore, this book talk about that. Hopefully, we get to experience, right? Like that. You guys hear me? Right? Okay, good. You guys are lucky, so you can eat, you can drink, you can walk around that. You don't have to follow any rules that. Yeah, people just be serious. They have to say, I can drink. Anyway, therefore, how do you say? I always say, what purpose to study Dharma? Very important. We need that. What purpose I study Dharma? Why I'm looking for to study Dharma? Dharma doesn't give you pay money, right? Dharma brings to our daily life more flexible, more easy life. And otherwise you study whole life Dharma, you don't able to change any kind of your personality or habit. We talked about last week, habit and personalities were different. Therefore, I like that. So I don't want to change that. Oh, I like that. I'm like that person. That takes for us. We don't change. We think always what I do, what I say, is the only way. If you think all the time that, then we never change. When Buddha comes, okay, don't do that. He said, okay, sir. But tomorrow you do same, we do something again. Therefore, the purpose to study Guide to the Bodhisattva Way is, if it is faithful, nothing too stressful. I think we can say that. If nothing too faithful, nothing too stressful. You don't say no worry. We think. I'm not saying I'm very good practitioner. I'm zero practitioner. I don't have any experience, but once I'm able to, Jennifer and Anishi came to hospital, or they prayed, I don't hear. Second, I can hear them, but I cannot talk. Something now, but my mind's clear. I can think, okay. I thought, my own situation. I thought I'll kill someone. I was very scareful. Did I kill anyone? I write down. And he said, no. Someone hit me. No, you hit pillar. Usually we say, don't hit the pillar. Don't debate with Geshes. You debate with the Geshe, you never win. You hit the pillar, you never win, you lost. But I did that. But since I heard that is okay, then whatever happens doesn't matter. If it is fixable, nothing to worry. Nothing to fix, nothing to worry. I accept that situation. It keeps my mind very stable. I don't have any stressful fears. Really, it's it's nothing to worry, we cannot fix. What Shantideva said, if it's fixable, nothing to worry. If not fixable, nothing. We say very easy, but doing this not that easy. Therefore, we need to just we need to mix that into our mind. Otherwise, we read so many books. Okay, Shantideva said that. Okay, Nagarjuna said that. Or Dharmakirti said that. Lama Zopa was that. And that your mind's very far away, a lot of far away that. And it's just you same with like that. You go to the supermarket, it's a very beautiful jacket that, very beautiful coat that, you don't have money to buy. Something like that. You just go to shopping your eyes. You see things, you know what's good, what's bad. You don't get anything, right? So I think something like that, exactly. If you don't really do that daily practice, put into so much you can. Therefore, I'm sure you guys have get a lot of experience. The meditation last 2 years. Therefore, meditation is important. When you meditation is, I think it's like to be cooking the food. We study, we have all the things what we need. Prepare the food. I think then the practice is, meditation is looking a little bit experience like that. Therefore, meditation, we taught to meditation, we don't see anything, don't change anything, it's too tired, my mind go everywhere, like that, but we need to do again, same thing, again. Therefore, you can get experience. Like you guys right now, you guys are tapping, you guys not look at. We not same like that before. We have to look at that. Okay. A, B, C, G. Okay, that is hard to important to the person. Familiar, right? Familiarize. Therefore, start to do a little bit of meditation to everyone. Of course, it will be wonderful to study many books, read many books. Shantideva said there, Nagarjuna said there, the Balita said that, and Lama Tsongkhapa was there, Dalai Lama said there, Lama Zopa Rinpoche said that, yeah, it's like good, but we need to our own little bit practice. When you practice, when you have things going well, you practice, and you have difficult situation, then you can use that. Otherwise, you don't really do the practice. When we have things well, when your situation, you don't know what to do. Which mantra is better? Some people told me, Geshe, when you are hospital, what mantra you did? No, my wife's serious right now. What mantra you did? What prayer you did? Therefore, it shows, you don't really do the daily practice. We don't have much time, we have to live our daily life. But when you have time, just short time, little practice. Okay? This is my own experience. And of course, it's important to study, but study, don't read the book, right? You study, leave your book, then it doesn't come to you, then it doesn't help for life, right? Like it seems to be a passport, right? You know, everyone knows passport, right? Your mind is just solid your mind. Like that, we need to look what means practice. It's try to understand the force to the negative actions, negative views, negative thoughts. Then meditation, more deep, is bring to you more stable there. When you're more stable, then your mind doesn't follow that way. Then I say, I don't want to do that. It's not my choice. Of course we don't, because we don't much familiarize, we don't do much practice. Therefore, mind just go over that direction. So this is difference in meditation or not, in practice or not. Daily life. What do you think? That? Like that, okay? Therefore, His Holiness always say, I received this teaching in Saranat one time. He said, you keep this daily practice. Really? Daily practice we have to do every day now. It's meditation or think about bodhicitta for daily life. Not means you have to read whole book every day, or like that. This book is talking about, Shanideva Rinpoche, the English, bodhicitta, bodhicitta, then what?
Eight upright, but no.
Yeah, my principle is when not arisen arise, and where it has arisen, never decline, but increase furthermore.
Therefore, and they think Karla never lecture to my lecture. Actually, the Lojo Mamu Cheda, Pachma,
So this book, Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life, and I have 10 chapters, and many of you already have studied so many times, right?
Nani Geshe Tenley the Cardinal, Shanideva Rinpoche, Shanideva Rinpoche, they said. And they same day, Matewa, and the Jewa, and the Munyamba, the Koni Pawa, and the Tigi, Koni Public, and Devakan, his Deva Dojan was the Digim Barwa.
Well,
Called
the main subject of this book is bodhicitta, right? So it explains about how to generate bodhicitta, the precious bodhicitta mind, how do you generate that, and if you have not generated, and how to not decline it or degenerate it if you have already generated, and after having generated, what kind of result you're going to get from this. And then that result, itself also dedicating for the enlightenment of all sentience. And in order to generate such kind of bodhicitta, first you have to generate loving kindness and compassion, which we have also studied so many times in the Lama. And so how do we divide these 10 chapters into all these 4 parts that we talked about? Like how do we generate bodhicitta, which we have not generated before, right? And so the first 3 chapters, first, second, and third chapter, talks about how to generate bodhicitta, which we have not generated.
And
then after that, how do you sustain or keep the bodhicitta from degenerating, which you have already generated? So I think that is explained by the next 3 chapters.
What?
The first 3 chapters is all about how to generate bodhicitta, which we have not generated before. And the chapter 3, 4, 5, and 6 explains about how to keep that bodhicitta from declining or degenerating, which we have generated. And the 7, 8, 9 chapter explains about how to increase the bodhicitta which we have generated, which was the bodhicitta which we have generated, stop it from declining and increase it further and furthermore. The 10th chapter is the chapter on dedication. And so all this practice that we have done to generate bodhicitta and to maintain the bodhicitta and to increase the bodhicitta, all this we dedicated for gaining enlightenment for the benefit of all. So that is the whole meaning of the Guide to the Buddhist Way of Life. And the special disciples of this teaching is also usually the Bodhisattvas. So there says like if you generate anger even for a moment, that will destroy merits accumulated for 1,000 years. So who does that apply to? Does it apply to everybody? Or whoever becomes angry, will they destroy all their merits created over 1,000 years? Or does it apply to the bodhisattvas? Or is it to or getting angry towards the bodhisattva like that? So we'll talk about it more in detail later. So we call bodhicitta a precious bodhicitta, a precious supreme mind, supreme bodhicitta mind, right? It's a precious. It's like any precious things or a valuable thing, right? The precious things. If you have something very precious, it has a great value. Then you can get anything from that. Whatever you want, from that you can get it. So just like that, from bodhicitta, you'll get everything you want.
나 강사 장식 없으면 걔는 가서 샘들 흘려 이거 다 간지 샘바 지우 이거 가디나 코로 사고 말 가디나 노란 두고 말다.
And so anyway, in short, if you generate bodhicitta, then your mind will be very relaxed. You'll never get stressed or angry like that. So your mind will be always relaxed and peaceful.
나도 샘당 나도 신가당 나도 샘이 빼잖아 기시에.
So they compare our mind, with the field, the field for crops.
신가대 안 사크년보 로다야보 사디 십십야보여보 도나보들 매가이나 신가들 아니 지 로도 가리 담야고 제거와.
Like if you prepare the field for the crops, if you prepare the field very well, put it, make it all level, and take out all the rocks and have a soft soil around. Then later when you plant anything, any kind of crops, then they will all grow very well.
Anyone know how to grow the farms? Because all city people. See. 제가 전에 신가대 됐고 신가 때문에 그런 거를 제단지를 간지 사대 십십인바 아니 깜짝이야 보인바 이 나라에 지금 돈보다 도당들이 매워야 오지와나 야부 제거요.
The farmers they know very well about it. When they do the farm work, grow or plant crops, then they know the field has to be very leveled, flat and leveled, and has to have a very soft soil. And should not have all these rocks and things like that, like things like rocks and like hard things inside like that.
제가 먼저 샘대 지금 흘려라고 요는 내 자신한테 때부터 휘청 보시라 매와이나 아니 샘발 흘려나 가서 꼭 가리 잡네 답대원 거.
Just like that, if we prepare our mind, make it more relaxed by removing all these afflictive emotions, anger, attachment, and so forth, then your mind will be very relaxed.
You guys relax? Sometimes right. No, of course, it's not easy. You have family, you have job, so many situations going on right now everywhere. We are really like serious place. Samsara. Lama Zopa says samsara is you sit on the sofa. Opposite. You sit sofa, you're comfortable. You sit sofa, comfortable. Your coffee, TV, everything like warm blanket with you. Then you comfortable, right? Not like that. You sit on the knee. What's it? Niro. Up
Like sitting on the tip of a needle.
They will not comfortable, right? Like that. It means, always one situation gone, another one come in, another one gone, another. This is the nature of samsara. But it's very important to, in that type of situation, we need to keep our mind mindful. Not think yourself, okay, this is me. Why this form is happen? Why this happen? He doesn't that doesn't that. No. Everyone has problems. Even here, you go all have some situation. This is not serious, but small things, right? Therefore, everyone has some all the conditions, situations, not just you. This is nature samsara. We need to recognize. We need to mindful that it's not just me. That is nature that is place. But when you go to a big like a Whole Foods, a place to put the milks, supermarkets, milk things, they need to cold. Like refrigerator area. It's very cold, right? This is the nature. They need to keep like that way. It's very cold here. What's going on, guys? No, this is nature. They have to keep that, otherwise their food become good. Yeah, like that we say. Very problems coming. This is nature samsara, because our mind's very delusion. You only think for me and me. Of course, you say, I'm not allowed to think me. Of course, you can think yourself also, but to think through you, not people get more negative karma. It's also important. to clarify that. And therefore, I say a lot of problems, situations going on all over the world. They are very strong for sub-grasping, right? Sub-grasping. Therefore, Karo, okay. Anyway, I'm not like there's so many quotations. Sometimes usually we need quotations, but sometimes the quotations doesn't work for us. We need something to daily practice what we do. Therefore, we need to keep our mind in a positive way or like stable. So how can we do a lot of things going on in my situation? During that time, don't think it's that's just only me. You think, okay, everywhere there's problems. But during that time also, you can have, I'm sure you have some good situations. When my own experience also, I've lost a couple of months, a lot of things going on. I didn't think it all negative way. I tried to positively, okay, I'm people taking care of me, I good hospital, I good food. No, really, you can think that. You think the positive way, the negative mind doesn't come up. This is my own experience. I don't say, oh, I have experience bodhicitta come. I don't have that, but how it's work, your mind coming down. You think for some positive ways. You can find things right. Here is it's a little bit poor. You complain. Doesn't work. You just think about how the birds live outside, how they do. Your mind doesn't go away. When we have some situation come, we say, oh, I don't want to think that. I don't want to think that. This makes it more worse. Okay. Don't think that. I would try to change the situation, change the thoughts. And it's really your mind come in the right direction. Okay? In order to that come, you need to also a little bit work hard daily life. No, you don't have to show all really great practitioner, some meditation or something like that. You can do yourself from your own mind. No, sometimes say, oh, don't bother my meditation. No, don't talk. I don't want the people know they have meditation. Okay, sir. But maybe someone push your button, that time your button come up. I told the stories. One time someone's meditation next to the stupa, not here, somewhere else. And one person, no, he's not very patient person. He just push button. He said, what are you doing? Meditation. He said, come on, one more time. What are you doing? I'm meditation compassion. No, I'm meditation patient. And he comes, what are you doing? I'm meditation. Because people, I say, push your button. And even whatever they do, you're just solid. Like, you can say elephants. Elephant, you can see the here, so many birds walking here, they just pick up the right, they're eating this, but they don't much meditation. Then some other animals, small become they jump. Therefore, we need like elephant. It doesn't kill me, okay, just kill it. Not like that. Mindfulness, what the best way? If I do this action, best way to solve the problem, or I don't do the action, this action. No. I didn't do the action, maybe solve better the problem. You need to be very thinkful. Think carefully. Then you can choose the right direction, not only think, okay, I thought this best way, something doesn't work, right? Therefore, when you do some meditation to daily life, daily practice, and then when you have difficult situation, you can, okay, I use that. Like saving account, okay? Everyone have some saving account, right? When I have some problem, I use that. you're very strong, confident that it's okay. I've used my saving. You have no saving for our practice. And then your situation comes, okay, I do pray Tara, doesn't work. How about medicine Buddha? Doesn't work. Well, of course, some teachers, someone's a very great, how you say, meditation. Maybe you'd contact, hey, Rinpoche, then you contact that. He said, no, do that. Doesn't work. Because usually we don't do it, and when we need it, doesn't work. Therefore, we need to just daily life, daily do small things. Right? It become a work. It's not one hand realization things are difficult, but one hand not that difficult. So we didn't do. I always mention that if you do the 3 prostrations without missing any day, 2 or 3 weeks, then whenever it's time to you go to bed, your mind just pick up. You don't have to remind. First you forgot, maybe you already slept. Oh, I forgot our prostration. Right? Therefore, things are very serious. Also, sometimes you take serious or not that. I forgot also. Better take the medicine every morning. Someone have to remind. You never have to remind. Occasionally, do you take medicine? Now, if you don't take serious, also forgot, but try to every day like that. Okay. Now, what we today got information. When your situation difficult time, don't think only that. In some positive ways. It's very important. And secondly, it's very important to study, but not when you study, leave the book. You read maybe today, maybe 4 or 5 pages. Okay, well, today I study that. But I learned something that. What I learned that, okay, how to develop bodhicitta. How can I do myself? Try to learn better. Right? What do you think? Mark? It's hard, right? Yeah. Because we didn't do. Like, Olympic people jumping, right? You see, people jumping. It's very hard, right? How they jump very far away like that. Is very dangerous. But they training that. Therefore, our mind, we can train that way. Therefore, because we do maybe 1 time, 2 times before it was too bored. Meditation too bored. But we try to every day. Also, I mentioned to everyone is that don't do today do here, today do that, today do every day, change. Then you don't much get experience. Because I think West is not like that. China, only China, Asians. In China, they change teachers every day. You don't get much realization. The culture, they're looking for someone very famous, very high throned, very popular, then everyone just follow that. Doesn't look, who are that? Student, teacher also, you need some connection. Doesn't matter who or she, he or she, famous or not, doesn't matter. And it doesn't go to your mind. Someone's speech give you you're feeling your mind. Doesn't matter who or he or she, monk or not, lay people, you can take the advice like that. Therefore, I always say, when you make big hole, or to same place, you can make the hole. You just try here, it doesn't go. Same is in meditation also. How to daily practice one thing. Then you make mind become more stable. Then you can change or you can add that. You're not stable one thing, then you cannot catch other things. The yeti, catch the eggs. You catch one, put here, catch one, he's a very big jump, catch one. Finally, he doesn't get anyone, but they jump. Before he catch, then whatever you want business, do that, then you get something. Like that, we need to meditation means you need to choose something yourself. You can ask your teacher, okay, what's best meditation, what I do now. Then you can add, This thing is very important for us. And I always think also, I study also a lot of books, all my life. But now I forgot everything. Books. But it takes some essence of the books during the study time. Like here, what talk about guide to the Bodhisattva? Or they talk about Bodhicitta. Or there's emptiness, they talk about wisdom, they talk about how to campaign patience, then you have just fix everybody. You can say what up today now. And three categories. First, how to develop bodhicitta. And second, 3 chapters to not manyamba, not degenerate. Then another chapter, more develop. For what? Bodhicitta. Last chapter, we'll talk about dedication. And you say, okay, got very short, not also condense. We need to condense our mind. Otherwise, okay, I'll study a whole Lam Shimbo. I don't know what to talk about Lam Shimbos. I think about that. Right? I study all the tenets 3 times. I don't know what to talk about. Yes, you can say, okay, like tenets, all different classes. Just basic. You just take some more basic things, okay, main things, what they believe, what they views. This work. I don't think we don't have much time because we all not too old. We're not that young. We don't have much time. Then you say, okay, when I'm retirement, I'm going to meditation practice. It doesn't work. And therefore, whenever you have time, do something, it really work. And also another little serious, you do a lot of meditations, it become doesn't practice.
If you don't practice, then even if you do meditation, it will not be of much benefit.
And sometimes
meditation, meditating for a long time can also increase your arrogance. Oh, I'm doing meditation. And instead of helping you, it can harm you by generating more arrogance. So the best sign of having done meditation is if you have subdued your delusions, attachment, anger, and so on like that. So that's the best sign. If it increases more delusions like arrogance and so forth, then that's not good. Then also the sign of having studied, listened or studied, is if your mind becomes more peaceful. Just by listening, and then you say, oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to. So that makes your mind to be more relaxed and more peaceful. So that's the good sign. But sometimes then we become discouraged, right? We don't see any sign and we become discouraged. So we have to be careful at that time. So again, we're not putting in enough effort or time, spending enough time to do the practice, right? So we can't expect to have a great result from that. And so again, so we're not saying that, oh, you have to spend like whole 24 hours to do the practice. No, but you have to have some, a solid amount of time to do the practice. Otherwise, it will not be of much benefit. And then sometimes you might feel that, oh, it's just that I didn't have time, but otherwise I would have done so much better. That's also mistaken. maybe the best is, let's just do whatever time you can get to do it, and then say, oh, I did it, so at least you can have an excuse, saying that, oh, no, I did it, even though I was so busy, I still did it.
제가 가서 아니 대념도 가서 조사들한테 제거를 조사들이야 지나 아니 가서 조사들한테 가서 변화 시간 맞답지 디나를 저 사단 릴와 도시로도.
And so at the same time, when we're doing the practice, like meditation, we should also do other practices, like, to purify the negativities and to increase more merits. Right? So, any practice, doing done, to increase your merit and to purify the negativity, it's like providing a proper condition in the field for the crops to grow better.
근데 대가연다 수수가 자벨라마다 아직 아빠시래서 야만의 주소 좀아 아마 산지 좀 되는 뭐 이미도 선반에까지 실업식으로 실업식으로 왔다 봐야나 서로 배운 거예요.
So by seeing one's guru inseparable from any of the deities like Avalokiteshvara or Tara and so forth, and then making a request, a supplication, guru for blessing.
이 간제 산지도 상주 삼일에 이 고속도지 철로 말아 나로나 세치 제가 옛날 배운 거예요.
Requesting for the blessings, of the holy body, spirit, and mind of all the Buddhas.
제가 그나 우리 지수 좀아 어디나 소갔다가나 배 무슨 배인 좀 그래.
There's a great benefit in making a request or praying. In other words, we say praying, that's what it means, making a request. Praying to Tara has a great benefit.
나 나랑기 음악 기실라고 손 그랬어. 딱 기실라 형들 가라 형도 나가라야. 네 조금 당치 와이나. 이만까지 구조거리지 말아고 잡을 손 그랬어.
Like Geshe Tsulga, who was very sick for a long time before he passed away, and whenever there is a request, to do a Tara puja in India or somewhere else, then when that is done, he feels much more better. He feels like much better. He's like his body or appearance looks much better.
아니 가서 나랑 다들 나무 나로 왔어. 아니 즉 이제 소화들 지까지는 점점 많이 비게 도저 당설라나. 아니 그 잡대로도 가지. 말로 소 말로 내도 돼.
The same with Geshe Tenley when he was sick, and then when they did Tara puja in Sera, and Geshe said he feels much better. His mind is more relaxed.
제가 가서 내내 도저 다서 야보들에 꽤 야보래 되나. 가서 니바셔 요 말. 그래? 이제자자에서 그 니바다 요 말. 공부 가서 니바 쳐요.
Of course, we do Tara puja here also, right? But it's just regular lay people. Doesn't have that much of power, so it's more powerful when it's done by many ordained people, like monks and nuns in the big monastery, when there are many number of monks who do together, it becomes more powerful.
일단 가서 라와 좀 파비에 넣든지 두개 레버시비 걔네 디바장수 세대 남지 송을 빼낸 것이 뭐예요?
And so it is usually said, it's like the oceans, of the assembly of great practitioners who does the practice of the three trainings and who are adorned with fully ordained monks. So when this group of people do the practice or prayers, on behalf of anybody, it becomes especially more powerful.
그래서 그나 이제 돈바 용어들 명예지 제바나 돈바 용어들 뭐 제바나 슈차요.
The people who have vow have more power. Like so, when you compare with the people with the vows and without a vow, the people who have vow, their prayer becomes much more powerful.
때때에서 막 남주 잡대에서 그때 간주부지가 뭐지 정말 지금에 밀라 도만들라요 가라 도만들요 잡대 도저 당라요 가라 당요 때때 배도
He doesn't do all kinds of prayers or pujas all the time, but the Tara prayer, he especially believes in that. And so he said he always requests for Tara pujas to be done, and he himself does Tara puja. And that seems to be much more beneficial.
그래서 되게 이제 좀 말로 써봤다면 안에 가라서 행에 빠져서 봐 쉬는 거다. 아니 신이 행에 빠져 쉬나 안에 수수고 쏘는 거 잡도 주야 하는 거야.
And so if you pray to like Tara, deity like a Tara like that, by seeing her inseparable from your guru, and that's saying that Tara to who you pray to is also one with your guru. Is your guru in the aspect of Tara. To that Tara, when you make strong prayers, and that really shows the benefits.
자, 이만 만두 다사 되고 거래야. 사기 샵때 쭉 샤랍님 모델 좀 맞아야 돼.
So when Geshe was in the monastery in India, the main practice, the main puja, the request for is usually the recitation of Heart Sutra and Tara prayers.
아니 나도 도만 멈춰서 뭘 샵때 바꿔.
There's like a request, for reciting the 21 praises to Tara 100,000 times. So they request the monks to recite 100,000 times.
제가 지금 잠좀 세워 찍고 배관도 드리셔나? 아니 주스 좀 말아 쏘았답나? 근데 밴드에.
Or like that, So sometimes if you feel stressed or unhappy, then praying to Tara will really help.
이게 간지 수수 셈벌을 용어로 받치 그래.
That will help to relax your mind.
네, 가시. 어제 제가 딱 말한 게 단지 냠냠으로 갑라야. 수수 강에 가리셔나 강에데 수수 except 제 아니 저봐야 보고 제나 수세마셔 놓고도 이거는 냠냠으로 이
Also, the first thing is from his own experience, like whenever you have problems, difficulties, and accepting it and being patient with that really helps to relax your mind.
근데 다 수수 대화 가르쳐요 대화에서 되나 뭘 잘로라 너와이나 때때에 방도
And at the same time, also pray to the object, in whom you have a strong faith in, the Buddha, the Guru, and so forth. So that will also be very helpful.
때 가도이나 제나 안에 가도 강연 체험 갈 때 내가 제일 막 가도이나 맞지나 강연 체험 그래 하고 그래.
So that you have to do every day, whether you are facing difficulties or not, you do that every day. So that gets used to your mind, right? And otherwise, only when you are facing difficulty and you try to do that, then it will be difficult to do at that time because you're not used to doing it. You are not familiarized. You're not familiar with that. Therefore, you should do it every day.
제가 경고를 주시는 무슨 거야? 두바자거나 우도마 쉬는 그러고 나는 정도하고 보고를 했어.
Just like His Holiness used to say that when you are fighting, if you are trying to hit somebody, if you hit the person, without anger, then the hit will really get into the person.
제가 공로 마사바지 아니 강가리 중에 때라 돈을 집어이나 아니 심지어는 좋은 말을 된대래셔.
So without getting angry, whatever situations you deal with, if you do it without getting angry, then it will be really effective.
아니 당고는 샴니지 상식 샘스 지라치 제토와이나 다 되네 들강에 이거 말와.
Of course, on top of that, if you can develop loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, then we will have no problem.
내가 남지 뭐는 저한테 변해 상식 생겨는 뭐 정말 제반을 주죠. 고는들이 샘을 소화 여보단 됐을 때 말이나 너 바샤려고 시작했어요.
And so, just like that, so every day when we do the prayers, like at the dedication, right, at the precious bodhicitta mind, not grown, be grown, and which has grown, not declined, but increase more and more like that. And also when you recite that, not just like verbally reciting it, but from the heart, feel that, feel it, and then recite with the feeling, then it really helps.
내가 쉬운죽다 다 같이 나무로서 참여가 계좌 쏟아 데려와 상식으로 맞지와 제와 늦게와 뭐냐면 제와도 고네 배워. 내가 또 데려와.
So that's the main subject matter of this text, Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life, and also Lamrim. So it's all about how to generate bodhicitta and how to not degenerate the bodhicitta that you have generated, and how to increase further and further more.
그래서 나 좀 남람도 신주 주문이 지하치 발는다 대들 기실안 넣어서 저도 삼그랬어.
You might think that if Geshe says the subject matter of the Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life and Lamrim is same, then maybe he's mistaken. You might think like that. Or maybe he's wrong.
냠내치는 냠내 제단들이 시고다.
But this is how you, when you put into practice, how do you do, when you do the practice, that's how you should know.
배차자는 거 칼라에서 와나 넘르고래 추얼르고래 차르고래 스벨르고래 강갈구나 칼라 조심 정도.
Just like when you're cooking the food, you have to mix all these spices. Right? You have to have the chili, the salt, the curry powder, and so forth. So when you mix all this together, then it becomes more delicious.
일단 남람도 로용하면서 타마 뭐 영어도 때시고 일단 만다고 또 상식sem이야 컴퓨터에 되시더라도.
And so the main point is to make the food delicious. Right? So just like that, you have all these different way of doing it. The practice, according to the Buddhist practice according to the Lama, practice according to the mind training. All this is for what? Is for generating bodhicitta.
제 제자 가서 안들어지 단년에 소소를 지금 어떤 님마다 망한데 님마다 지기 삼바리 소소 이거에나 안티칼레 칼레지 디벌브체요로.
So you have to make up your mind or decide on what kind of practice you feel like doing. And do that every day, and then that will make you become more familiar with that practice.
제 마타나야 제 만다고 마타나야 제 마타고 내가 강요로.
Then of course decide what you can do and what you can't do. Right. So do whatever you can do. Don't try to go over what you can do. Otherwise, you might just say, "Oh, too many things to do, and you can't do it one problem."
Many of
us, we have this problem, right? We have taken so many vows, so many commitments, initiations, and so forth, and then we have all these daily practices to do, and we struggle in completing those daily practices.
자스는 샤주이 현대국가님 샤주 말서 소주에서 말 별로 저새가는 자스대면 시험반 몰음도 지까지 샤주 말서 근데 코니다가 근데 아무리 자스가 라면 주면 샤주 말지 올로요지.
So there's all these different commitments, not really like practice, but something that you have to it's kind of needs to the practice, right? So you recite and then you think, you contemplate at the same time. So mostly it's recitation. Recite this sadhana, recite that sadhana. So you recite it, and then of course you have to contemplate at the same time and do these practices. So so that if there's too many things to recite, then you don't really get to do the main study. Like in the monastery, like in the Sera Jey Monastic, the main practice is to study the philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, to become a Geshe like that. And when you have to spend so much time on that, and if you try to spend time on other things, then you won't have enough time to do that. So it made this kind of like a rule, to have only particular recitations to do on your table, and other than that, everything else is banned. And you do only that much of recitation, and other time you spend on doing only the study on philosophy.
Then
So what I'm trying to say is, don't commit, to do all these different kind of practices. Don't make a commitment. If you make a commitment, then of course you have to do it. You can't skip that. If you don't do it, you made a commitment, and if you don't do it, then it becomes negative karma. So you're creating negative karma. So better not make so many commitments. Do less commitment, and do whatever commitment you have, do that properly. Like making a commitment, like say you say in front of Geshe, you say, "Oh, I'm going to make a commitment, to recite 21 praises to Tala 21 times a day." That's your commitment. You made a commitment, right? Then after that, if you don't do that every day on a daily basis, 21 times, if you don't recite the 21 praises to Tala 21 times, then that becomes negative karma. I think maybe many of the Westerners are not very fond of making commitments, right? But Asians are very fond of making commitments.
It's something more here.
Especially nowadays, there are more and more people coming up making these commitments.
Commitment Yashuda Karere, a Shachum some combois, the commitment in the
The best commitment would be, to commit, to meditate on bodhicitta. If you can make that commitment, that would be the best commitment. That doesn't have much work to do, right? You don't have to spend all this time reciting all the whole thing. You just have to have this thought. Or just recite those 4 lines of this bodhicitta, right? And so there's a precious bodhicitta mind. And then you just spend some time contemplating on bodhicitta.
Yeah, I didn't know the Tama Shanchu Sama land that then to Shanchu Sama Gombrina.
So now we all want to become bodhisattva, right? So we're going to meditate a little bit on bodhicitta.
Shanchu was same that you Tama with that. Some shit Tamchu chatting a Sanje go do. Tendega some music sort of develop shit that tell Shanchu Sama.
What is bodhicitta? You all know that, right? Bodhicitta is a mind that wishes to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So you think that I must achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. So having that thought is called bodhicitta. So try to keep your mind on that thought.
It's much also.
Clear?
Bodhicitta go like can go in something.
Otherwise, you might wonder, how do I bodhicitta? How do I meditate on bodhicitta?
I'm going to Shanchu Sama Boche, take the John the Chaplain, and she don't show something on the come watching nothing come with that.
Or we can meditate on that bodhicitta by reciting that verse.
To the Mato and it's to Tan, some account on it.
So it says precious supreme body mind. And
Page 59.
I'm too low to the near there. You can listen, I'm too going to recite, okay? Otherwise, you say which page number where, also. Now he will recite slowly, then you can just listen and keep your mind at thought.
precious supreme body mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never decline, but increase forevermore.
Okay, it's good. Otherwise you fall asleep. Okay? But do today, okay, Kunda, you look at you, come to the young not in the family.
So like that, try to meditate on bodhicitta every day, in the morning, in the evening, whenever you get a time. Try to do that, and it will be really helpful.
Really, I'm going to send the park code. And it's going to know it. They know so toilet. I'm going to talk him.
So right now, it's difficult to get the feeling, right? But if we do it more and more, and then, when we're more and more familiar with that, then we will really get the feeling.
Then try, but I'm going to color one. So they are opposing. 대화에는 칼로 소들레가 마대와지 주니 않는 도알레가 딘도시.
It's like, if you keep the food in the mouth and chew it properly, then you get better taste of the food, right? Otherwise, even if it's very delicious food, if you just swallow it, you will not get the taste.
제가 곰 잡던 맞아 치거든요, 용거서.
That's the difference, of meditating or not meditating.
Okay? Any questions? Oh, you guys no questions. That's good. Yes.
I was wondering something that's disturbed, like on this pattern of patience. I was wondering about when people there's a term in our society like gaslighters, like people who try to make you think that, who try to, how would I say it, like, they're trying to manipulate you into thinking that your reality is not real. And the question I'm trying to ask is, are people whose hearts that are overcome by wickedness, do they really know what they are doing? Because that's something that I've struggled with a lot, as I can question my own intentions and question other people's intentions a lot. But do people who are really wicked-hearted, do they kind of lack their own self-awareness, or do they really know what they're doing?
너는 도저히 믿어서라. 도저히 믿어서 건조를 하는 게 너는 도저히 건조 하고 그러기 그냥 하고 있는데는 도저히 그렇습니다. 나도 그 삼바 하고 오라. 나도 그치는 나도 삼바 먼저 하고 오라. 그냥 건조 하고 오라.
그때 남들에서 이제 잔데를 하면 가시죠. 코치하다 따다 인스. 만들어 누가요? 그 초초요 말.
It depends, on individual. Not everybody can be same. Some people, they don't know what they're doing. They don't understand what they're doing makes us unhappy, gives us suffering. They don't understand that. Without understanding that, they do that. Some, maybe they know, and intentionally, I want to give hard time to this person, so I'm going to say this, so I'm going to do that, like that. So they could be like that. So it depends.
이 자신 나타 샘시를 다 생겼더라도 안 되지. 혼자 샘시를 다 써야 돼. 누가 이말 조금 말. 이렇게 말 그 때문에 세상.
Like the people who do hunting as a sport, they don't think that it's painful to the animal. They think it's a fun, and then it's a fun to chase them around and then shoot them and all this, and they think like that, and that's why they do that.
야생들도 야채섬 야파를 선사도 그 칸을 마소서라도 이 자대.
Like also people who like the fishing, they think fishing is a fun. People like a sport, right? They use that as a sport, like a fun thing to do. And then they go and catch the fish with a hook, right? And then they take off the hook and then they release it. But it's already painful, when you put a hook on fish's mouth, and how painful it is. You can, just like how painful it will be for us when somebody, the hook on our mouth. And so like that, they have pain. But these people, they don't feel like they have a pain. So no, I catch and then I release it.
I'm not killing that. Okay. 야, 다 처음에는 가서 남샤, 알아? 하여튼 정도 나 로초르치 베가 로치 말론 베가 엑사이즈로 하죠.
Well, if you don't have questions, then we'll stop here, and then so we'll celebrate Geshe-la's birthday. Geshe become 1 year younger now, so you can enjoy that with the cake.
I'm like 10 months old.
So I'd just like to say, related to what you were talking about in the beginning with your experience with the really, really difficult year that you've had. First, how amazing it is that you are here. You almost didn't make it, and here you are. And I think many in this room feel the same, that it was your greatest teaching this past year, and your greatest teaching to see everything put into practice. Your first message was, you know, if there's a solution, why worry? If there's no solution, no need to worry, no point to worry. So it was just, I know this is the official return to your teaching, but I feel like Geshe never stopped teaching, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really thought. I'm not just said the word. But I'm just kind of left them when some children were not even when it tries to go try you in a go try to try me. Same teacher, but you go try more.
Geshe, let's say he really felt at that time like that. You know? It's not just saying from mouth, but he really felt like that in his heart. Because you know, if it can be cured, if his accident or the injury is going to be healed, then there's no need to worry about it, right? If it cannot be healed, if it's not going to make it, then what's the point of worrying about it? He really thought
it. Also, you can get to second Kaji, Chudo Sakana Kajia. Italata Kaji, so what the Yamla Pajatana Muni Pengere.
Like Jennifer said, those of you who have a relationship with Geshe as a teacher disciple, seeing his example may have given you a message or instruction how you handle in a situation like that, and that might have been teaching like that.
Natasha Ngara Tigi, Ashatayuna, Kanishari Susambana, or the time Machine, Toma, Taco, or Mototawa, Joan, Mr. Tomara. Ngara Digalayana, Nikadi Samna. That's called Tomara.
So you have to imagine yourself being in that situation. So, oh, that person was in that situation, he had accident, you don't get that much feeling. But when you put yourself in that situation and then think how you will handle, then, you get a different feeling. He's saying he's not saying that he has all these realizations or experience in the practice. But he did think, he said, if I do in that way, if I handle myself like that, and then I tell you that I'm doing this way, and then that will give you an example, and then that will inspire you to do that way, then it will be helpful and it will be beneficial for you. So that's what Geshe said he really thought.
You can see that there's something some solid machine, or the Muradawa, the Mangaya, would try it, I would try and so on solid tomorrow.
If you put yourself in that situation, in that seat, and then think how you feel, and you really get the feeling. And otherwise, if you say, "Oh, that person had an accident, he went to the hospital, he got cured, he survived," then you don't get much feeling. This is like showing example, to those of you who have faith in Geshe, that how you should do the practice. It's like, like I said, there's a history of the teacher, becomes a teaching, for the disciples. Just like, we follow, we read the histories of like the great masters, like the Buddha Shakyamuni, Buddha Shakyamuni did this, Buddha did that, and we try to follow that example. If we are able to think in that way, then that will really leave a good imprint in our mind.
Hey, that they told the chance of some Latin Pasha Yard and Shadan around the famous Gaucho.
Because he feels very happy, if he by showing that that aspect, if that has helped you to keep leave a strong positive imprint in your mind, Geshe will say he will be very happy. That has left a bad imprint in your mind, then Geshe will say like to say sorry.
제가 내 다들 그러는 중에 하 고지도 지금 말해도
Just like the gentleman said here, he didn't do it intentionally.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Page
Thank you,
39,
guys.
Thanksgiving model offering. Saji perki juk sing ni tok tram riva pling jini de gen padi sange jindu mikte uwaki droko nam fashin la trepashu Tseten lame kutse ramin join nakatri ve chok churki padam losam ten pedro me sasum ni drove munzel hatu nek yorchi Idam guru ratna mandalatam niryatayami. From my two collections of Master Straits that I have amassed from working with decorative this practice for a great length of time, may I become the chief leading Buddha for all those whose wisdom eye is blinded by ignorance. Even if I did not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my life. May I find the best of complete creative paths and teachings, and may I please all those Buddhas by practice. Use the skillful means to honor the strong force of compassion. May I clear the darkness from the minds of all beings with the points of the path that I have discerned. May I uphold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time, with my heart going out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teachings have not yet spread, or one spread or declined. May I reveal this treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. By even this graded course to enlightenment, completed due to the wondrous, virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their children. May all human and non-human beings who with permitted diversity make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths never be parted in any of their lives from the purest path praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes an effort in accordance with the tenfold mind of virtuous practices, may they always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere. In that snow mountain encircled land, source of every penetrating joy, may Hortensin Gyatso Chenreze remain in life till samsara's end. Gom Yi Ning Zono Jobe Page 49, the short long life prayer for Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Okso Chantin Yame Nesin Yame Konson Rokote Choson Grove Mondoro Ada Soduje Bundu Shapeshu. Page 57, prayer of dedication. Through this virtue may I swiftly and in Buddha place each and every sentient being without exception in that state. Precious Supreme Holy Mind, may it where unborn arise, and where born never divine, but increase forevermore. 5 Niksema.